Thank you, Larry, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Argyle, Minnesota for the championship of nine-man football across the state. Today's title game, which you'll hear live in just a few minutes on KMRF, features the Starbuck Bucks, champions of the Pheasant Conference, against the hometown top-of-state conference champions, the Argyle Eagles. On today's pregame show, we'll chat with both coaches and tell you who will start in the championship clash. And we'll get all that underway after this 60-second timeout. Today's nine-man football championship includes two fine teams, the Starbuck Bucks and the Argyle Eagles, who got here by means of some very fine playoff victories. Starbuck disposing of Beardsley, Winstead, Holy Trinity, and Westbrook with a 59-16 win in the semifinals over Westbrook last week, and the Argyle Eagles with their playoff victories over Middle River, Hillcrest Academy of Fergus Falls, and Nevis, where the Eagles beat the Tigers 36-6 last weekend. We had a chance to speak this week with Coach Bill Bailey of the Bucks, and here's what Bill said about how the Bucks feel about today's ball game.
Well, I guess we all feel like we're going to have to play football because of the fact that we'd like to come home with that number one trophy that they have for the state. And we worked hard this week for it, and I hope we can go up there and exemplify what the Pheasant Conference can do in state playoff football.
Okay, now after last week's nearly perfect game against the Westbrook Wildcats, a big Starbuck victory in the semifinals, what do you know about the Argyle Eagles?
Their team's very similar to ours. They're about the same size and they're quick. And they like to power out of the I formation, left to right. They like to come in up the middle on you. And out of the curtain sky, they'll throw the bomb. And we're going to have to be awake. We're going to have to really stop their option play on the outside both ways. And also stop the dives up the middle. They have two strong running backs. They also wing a back. So we've been working extremely hard all week to see if we can't stop all of this, possibly come out of the ball game ahead at the end.
Do they have any particular standout players you're going to be needing to look for?
No, I don't think so. I think we're just going to have to stay at home and play a basic defense and try to cover every hole that they attempt to run and not key off of any particular one player.
Okay, now on the Bucks offense, are you going to be looking for pretty much the same sort of holes and running plays as the Bucks have gone with in the previous playoff games, bringing, say, Scott Knudsen or Greg Clifton right over the middle and cutting back to the inside for the long run?
We really don't know yet. It depends upon the type of defense that they throw at us up there. We've taken a look at two that they've used in the last two playoff games, and one of them is very similar to what other teams use, 4-3 defense. The other one, they throw a 5-man front at you. We haven't played against that except maybe just sporadically throughout the season. So our offense is geared to run against different defenses. So we may have to adjust and run different plays according to what their defense dictates to us.
Can the Bucks fans expect to see a lot of passing from Bill Rutledge to those speedy receivers like Knudsen and Mike Nelson or Andy Anderson?
I think so. Billy's quick, and they're going to have some pretty good people to get to him. And I'm sure our line will give Bill a chance to throw the ball if they give us a chance.
And with the forecast for cold weather today in extreme northern Minnesota, Bill mentioned something that the Bucks are going to be doing to possibly combat some of the chill.
Well, I haven't affected the practices at all. We've been outside every night, and we've stayed out our normal length of time because we felt it's necessary to get used to it. We've tried some new taping techniques on hands using some insulated styrofoam underneath a layer of tape, and it seemed to work out real well, and I think this is what we'll be using on the boys rather than gloves if it is extremely cold. And they're going to have to play in the same kind of weather that we're going to play in, so it should be an equal ball game as far as weather is concerned.
And we'll be right back to see what the Argyle Eagles are going to do after this 60-second timeout. Coming into today's nine-man football championship, neither the Argyle Eagles nor the Starbuck Bucks had ever been in the nine-man playoffs in Minnesota before. And Coach Conrad Lebarski is just as excited as Coach Bill Bailey is about his team being in this position today. And Coach Lebarski has a great deal of respect for the Bucks. And here's Conrad to tell us about that.
We're very
very quick. They play good defense. They've given up less than a touchdown per game. I believe 5 points a game. That's quite good. They game tackle well. They pass the ball. They have good offensive attack. They've scored, I think, all year somewhere around an average of 40 some points per game. In the playoffs, they've hit 48 one time and 56 and 59, so they know how to put points on the board. I'd say their quickness is probably their key because they're not that big.
Okay, well, Conrad, from what we gather, the Eagles don't have a great deal of size, but you also have a great deal of quickness too, and a super high-powered offense. You scored about 44 points per game this year. What can you tell our Starbucks fans about your high-powered team?
Yes, like you say, we more or less worked on quickness. We have a couple of quick backs, and they've done the bulk of our scoring. Our tailback has had 204 points this year scoring, and our fullback's had 116. So they do the bulk of our scoring. We don't pass all that often, and we're more or less run orientated, and that's about. Yes, like you say, we're not that big. We're probably have a couple of bigger kids than Starbucks does, but then size doesn't always mean everything. You take a look at Westbrook against Starbuck, and my gosh, size, poundage-wise, my gosh, Westbrook is a lot bigger than they were, and like we more or less stress on our kids that if you're around 160 pounds and you're pretty tough and aggressive, you're a pretty good high school football player.
You bet. And how about that fine defense that you have there at the Eagles, Conrad? You haven't allowed many points on the year either.
No, we're pretty proud of our defense. They've more or less held opponents again less than a touchdown per game. So the defense seemed to match up quite well as far as points allowed.
All right. Is there anything particular that Ardell's going to have to do on offense or defense against the Bucks? Both teams do have a great deal of quickness and speed.
I think if we can handle their quarterback seems to be an outstanding, not only outstanding passer, he's also an outstanding runner. He does very well in handling the ball back there for those quick backs, and he's able to get the ball to those his receivers, and they're awfully fine fast people. So I think the key is going to be how well we can do with their quarterback.
And of course, that fine quarterback that Coach Lobarski you mentioned is Bill Rutledge of the Starbuck Bucks. And we'll be back to check the starting offenses for both teams after this 60-second word. At the helm of the Starbuck Bucks, Bill Bailey has compiled a 67-win, 37-loss record in 12 seasons. Bill has been coaching for 15 years overall, has won 88 games and only lost 60. And checking the starting offensive lineup for the Bucks from Starbuck, representing the Pheasant Conference, today at center, it'll be number 55, Todd Johnston, a 6'1" junior who weighs about 180 pounds. Todd Guggersberg, one of the Bucks co-captains, will be at the left guard spot. He weighs around 168 pounds. He's 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he is also a senior. Milo Holsey, number 73, will be the other guard. He is 6'1", around 168 pounds, and a senior. And the tight end on the Bucks offensive line will be Randy Anderson, a 6'1" senior at 155 pounds. He'll be number 82. And Randy can fly down the sidelines at any time. He can also cut across the middle to make some fine pass receptions. The wide receiver, the split end for the Bucks, will be number 81, Mike Nelson, who is 6 feet tall, weighs 159 pounds. He is a junior. And we should mention also on the line, possibly later in the game, you'll see some action from Paul Jurgensen, a 5'10 senior at 156 pounds, a very capable center. He'll be backing up Todd Johnston today. Checking that exceptional Starbuck backfield. At quarterback is the other Bucks co-captain, Bill Rutledge. He's number 40. He's 5'9", 152 pounds, and a senior. And we should mention that Rutledge's backup today will be the man who holds on the extra points of field goals, number 5, Kent Amundsen, a very fine basketball player also. and he is 6'4", 170 pounds at junior. He'll be back guiding this Buck team next season. Watch for Amundsen to fake a great deal on extra points and field goal attempts. The left halfback for Starbuck will be Greg Toivonen, number 26. He can cut big plays up the middle very easily. He's 5'9", 159 pounds and a senior. The other halfback for Starbuck will be Bob Haggart. Again, he is a senior. He is number 11 at 5'10", 155 pounds. The wingback for the Bucks is Scott Knudsen, number 18, and even 6 feet tall. Scott weighs 165 pounds. He is a senior. And again, all those Bucks backs are just so exceptionally quick. You'll have to listen to our game to believe their speed here today. They all run on the track squad in the spring, and they are very fast indeed. We take a look now at the offense of the Argyle Eagles, and we find starting at center, number 60, Danny Dufel, is 5'10", 155 pounds at junior. Number 72, Robert Hopke, is one of the guards. He's 6 feet tall, 210 pounds, and a senior. Wayne Malm, number 55, is the other guard at 5'7", 185. He is a senior. The offensive ends for Argyle today include Sean Hunstad, number 80, a 5'10" junior at 150 pounds. The other end, John Henquist, will wear number 70, 5'11", 160. He is a senior. Checking the Eagle backfield, David Bergeron will be the quarterback. He's number 30, 5'10", 155 pounds, a senior. The fullback, Jay Levine, has scored 116 points on the season. Jay will be number 40. He is 5'9", 170 pounds, and a junior. His cousin, Mike Levine, has scored 204 points on the year. Mike will be at the tailback spot, number 44, 5'6", 155 pounds, and a senior. The flanker backs for Argyle will be shuttling the plays in and out. They are number 23, Roger St. Germain, who will be the starter, 5'6", 134 pounds, a junior. And the other shuttling flanker back will be Gary Gruhot, number 42, 5'7", 160 pounds. He is a sophomore. And Coach Conrad Lebarsky of the Argyle Eagles is in his 5th year. He has a 34-win, 13-loss record entering today's title game. I should mention the assistant coaches for today's contest also. Earl Stotler assists Bill Bailey on the Starbuck side of the field. Warren Keller and Russell Armstrong are Conrad Lebarsky's assistants. And there you have the starting offenses for both squads. We've heard from both coaches, and it'll be time to go down to the field here in Argyle, Minnesota, after we hear this 60-second message.